you're going to need something to entertain yourself, because you're going to get laid over sometimes, and or maybe the truck will go into the shop or whatever. Bring something to keep you occupied so you won't be bored out of your mind, like an iPod or a laptop. If you haven't heard of this before, something really handy as a truck driver is going to be baby wipes. Depending on the situation, if you guys, like I said, towards the end of your training, you're already running as a team, you're on a hot load, you have to get that load there. You go an entire day without a shower and it's driving you nuts, baby wipes will be your best friend. And not only that, I use them all the time. You should see how filthy I get. I really get into my job. So when I get done loading, I'm usually just like, you wouldn't recognize me, I'm so dirty. So I use a lot of baby wipes to clean up, because I don't want to wait till I get to the truck stop to clean up. If I can clean up right then and there, I go ahead and do it so I don't have to walk inside filthy when I get to the truck stop. Or, heaven forbid, I get pulled over and I'm looking like I just fell out of a chimney. You know, that might not be so great. So, baby wipes. Another thing that I bring with me when I know I'm going to be staying in hotels, and you may even use it on the truck depending on your situation, is Febreze. I have really bad allergies, and some of the hotel rooms, you know, they'll tell you it's a non-smoking room. They may tell you it's a no pet policy at the hotel, but you get in that room and you can smell there's been dogs in there, or you can smell cigarette smoke, etc. The Febreze really helps me. You know, I take my allergy medicine, I spray the whole room, you know, top to bottom with Febreze, and it usually helps me a lot. I can't stand it otherwise. If you can't afford a laminated Atlas, you can start out with the cheaper one, but Motor Carrier's Atlas, this is going to be something that's going to be one of your learning tools. You need to know how to use this, so get one of these laminated if you can, because you can actually write on it with like a grease pen or a highlighter and just wipe it off. I have a Ziploc bag that I keep my supplies in, just really nothing to it. It's not going to take up much room. Pens. I have the whiteout in case you need it. A stapler, just a small stapler. And unfortunately, I'm needing this more and more nowadays, the magnifying glass. So that is my office supplies I take with me. And just keep it simple, because you're just in training. Once you get your own truck, you're going to fill it up with stuff. You'll think of all kinds of stuff you need that you didn't think of before, just because you've been on the road and you realize, hey, that would be nice to have. So right now we're just doing the bare minimum. Another thing that you'll need to bring with you is something comfortable to sleep in. I forgot to mention that earlier. I like to sleep in pajamas. You know, I'm a geek, I can't help it. I love my pajamas. So bring something comfortable to sleep in. It's going to be hard enough sleeping on that truck when you first start out, getting used to sleeping while the truck is moving. You want to be as comfortable as you possibly can. I'm real sensitive to noise, and I bought the little foam earplugs, and I put earplugs in my ears. You know, just enough to block out some of the, you still want to be able to hear a little bit, you know, of what's going on around you, but enough, block out enough noise that you can sleep. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just use like a gallon Ziploc bag. This is my first aid kit, and I have things in here such as a multivitamin. I got my sunblock I mentioned earlier. I have my cortisone cream. I usually bring an antibiotic ointment with me. Band-aids, blood stop, you know, just in case, you know, you might get cut, you might need that. And I have allergies, like I mentioned before. So go to the convenience store, get you some of the little packs, just these little packs, and bring some of these with you. These are easy to keep up with. Something for a headache. I usually take allergy eye drops with me. You know, my allergies are that bad. I need those things. So everything you think you're going to need, bring it with you if possible. It will save you time from, you may not be able to find the stuff you need at a truck stop. You may have to go to a drugstore. So when you're out on the road, you can't just take an 18-wheeler wherever you need to go. There's a lot of places you can't get to, and you're going to have to wait till you get home or you get back to a terminal. And you know, some of the terminals do have shuttles or a company vehicle you can borrow to go run your errands, but you may not have that luxury. You may have to wait quite a while to get whatever it is you need. Just a simple folder, just a little folder. Keep your long form or any other information you want to keep handy that you can find really quick and easy, such as a list of phone numbers that they give you in orientation for people in the office that you may need to get in touch with. Try to stay as organized as possible. It will really, you'll really benefit in the long run. I've probably forgotten some things. You know, everybody's different. You may have different needs or things that you want to bring or need to bring with you. Just remember, Greyhound bus, 50 pounds. If you go over 50 pounds, they're going to charge you extra. I've paid an extra $10 twice getting on the Greyhound bus because my baggage was too heavy. And there was actually a guy, they were going to throw his baggage off the bus, not let him bring it on at all. He's going to have to figure out something to do with his bags because he didn't have any money on him. And they weren't going to let him bring the bag. They said it was too big for a carry-on. He didn't have any money. You know, I actually gave the guy $10 so that he could bring his, you know, put his baggage under the bus and bring it with him because he was really upset. He thought he wasn't even going to get to go. He was going to have to stay and try to catch another bus. So keep that in mind. That's another thing too. It may be a while before you get paid. So bring money with you. The companies, like I said in the earlier video, they're probably going to feed you. They may not feed you 3 meals a day. You may get lucky and hey, they may feed you 3 meals a day. If so, that's kind of rare. That's pretty awesome. But they usually feed you breakfast and lunch, and you're going to have to figure out what to do for supper. Some places will give you, you know, a voucher to go eat supper somewhere. Sometimes you're going to have to figure out how to pay for it yourself. So it's not going to all be free. You need money for food. You'll need money for, in case you have an emergency or whatever, or need to go run to the store and get something. So don't come with nothing in your pocket. Bring some money with you. A lot of companies will give you money as soon as you're finished orientation and they hand you your employee ID number. They will give you either an advance or they will give you payment for orientation or partial payment. So you're not stuck for weeks without money. They'll let you get some money. Like I said, the most important thing to bring with you is a good, positive attitude and lots of patience. So that's it for now. I'm going to do another video of what to expect during the orientation process. That's coming up next.